Hey guys, this is my comic book haul. I just want to show you. This is some stuff I got from Friday of August, the last Friday of August, and I just want to show what I got on my comic book haul from Soundwave Comics here in Somerville, South Carolina. Now, hopefully, I still have the collection after the hurricane. Who knows? Now I got some Marvel. I got probably more. I'm getting more Marvel than I usually get, which is weird because I love getting DC, or at least getting two DCs, two Marvel, an Aftershock book, and Dark Horse. But the last few months, I've been getting two DC, two Aftershock, two Marvel, and the last Friday in August, I happened to get more majority of Marvel, mostly on the dollar books, what do you call basically I'll just say the dollar books. I can't think of the name right now. And I just wanted to show you guys what I've gotten since then. I know previously I had gotten this one, which is Vampirella. This is issue 1 by Dynamite, and this is celebrating 50 years. This is cover A, which is really cool. But I wanted to show you. Now I can't think of it. That's not it, but I can't think of it now. I got Shatterstar, got Outsiders, Nexus, Concrete, Madman, Age of Apocalypse, The New Warriors, X-Men, The Pit, Blockbuster, Giant Size Avengers, Marvel One Shot, Kane, Painkiller. I really can't. Maxwell, Manchester, Black Belt Hamsters. I still can't think of the name. Red Sonja, DC, Supergirls, West Coast Avengers, Ronin, Batman. I just can't think of the name right now. I'll reach over and grab it though. There it is. True Believers. There we go. There's another one that's of similar title. It's called Marvel Comics something True Believers. This one's just True Believers. So this is the front that I have. This one is Ant-Man and the Wasp: The Birth of Giant Man, True Believers #1. And crap, that made me bleed a little bit. So this is what I've been getting the last few months is these books by Marvel. I'm getting a lot of these, mostly because they're $1, but I like that they're showing a lot of the old school art. Some of it I can appreciate now on the newer paper. The older paper definitely gave me a headache because I would smell it, because you couldn't help but smell it, but whatever. I probably like this one the most. It was just kind of funny. Yeah, that's really cool. But I have a whole stack of these. So I have all of these right here are True Believers. Even on the last page, I have What If the Fantastic Four, and this is What If the Fantastic Four had different superpowers. So I think that's interesting. So I'm gonna put that back. So I have like a lot of these. I'm gonna do a video that's basically gonna be titled Marvel Comics True Believers Comics. Or, I mean, because this says True Believers #1. Pretty sure they all say #1. Silk #1. Wolverine. That's Wolverine. Let's see, go over here. Exiles. Kitty Pryde, Wolverine. Venom. Symbiotes. Wolverine Evolution. There was a lot of Wolverine ones. It's just kind of what you get. Pick that one. Groot. This is that's probably ones people like. So I'm gonna do a video on all of those, which I hope people like. I hope the video is decent enough. I'm working on a intro for my YouTube channel. I see a lot of people doing that. They do a lot of intros, like this one that I follow. She just recently made her YouTube channel, or at least she uploaded her newest and currently only YouTube video, and I'm very proud and happy that she has it on there. Her name is Anna, and I believe her thing is Anna Reads Comics. There is somebody similar that says Anna or Anna Reads, but my friend that I've made online, hers is literally Anna Reads Comics, and it's just she's happy because she reached 5,000 subscribers on Instagram, and I'm very proud that she was able to do that. She's really cool to talk to. I think as she gets more followers, she'll, unless she's the people that she ends up she talks to a lot of the time, she might not have time for me. But who knows? Things happen. So I just want to show you briefly, other than the Vampirella that I got a couple weeks ago. It was, I think, the day after or the week of when Vampirella issue or year 50 came out. I also got this, which is the 10th Archie, the Married Life Anniversary, Betty and Archie, Veronica and Archie book. I got this because I like the cover, to be honest. I really enjoy the show. It's still unfortunate that the man that played Archie's dad, Luke Perry, died. Like real life died. And then obviously other things happened. So can't, gotta keep moving on, gotta keep going. But I just want to show you what I got at the comic store on Friday. So it's just this haul will just be the books that I've gotten, other than these two that I've shown you, of what I got on Friday. Now, I got a Marvel's Comics 1000. This wasn't the cover that I wanted, but I like the cover enough to still buy it. And this is basically like the monsters of Marvel. It reminds me of Marvel's Howling Commandos, the one with Man-Thing, which Man-Thing's right there. You got Doctor Strange, you got Ghost Rider, you got Old School Blade, you got Wolfman. For some reason, you got Howard the Duck, you got Morpheus, and then you got all 5 of them right there, or all 6 of them right there. So I still think this is a great book cover. On Anna's thing, she saw the Storm cover, and the Storm cover looked really sick. I gave her my opinion, just saying I like the Storm one because I think that's in my opinion, I thought that was going to be the one that nobody was going to pick, because all the other covers were either like this, where you have so many characters on the front. The Storm one just had different variants of Storm through the years, which I thought was really cool, and I wanted to get both the She-Hulk and that one. Now when I got this one, they had a special that if you got 2 of these, it was, instead of $20, it'd be $15. And I picked up the Storm one, and then I looked at it and it said $30. I'm like, yeah, I'm not spending $30 on it. So I just got this one. I mean, it's definitely steep for it being $10, but I like the fact that the book is a little bit thicker. And this is still kind of bizarre that it says 80 years of, on the top right there, it says 80 years or 80th anniversary, and I don't think that's correct. As a company, maybe, but as the name Marvel, no, because they were named something else. I believe they were named Timely Comics before that. So as a company, 80 years doesn't make sense. Or sorry, as a company, yes, makes sense if it's all like the same key people, but the name-wise doesn't make sense. With that said, I actually got 2 t-shirts from Target, and I saw them. They're actually not bad. This one's probably the one I like the most. And I know you're thinking, like, if you don't like it, why buy it? And it was like, it's actually pretty sweet, freaking cool. You got Hulk, you got Thor, and you got Captain America. Personally, I don't really want Thor or Captain America on there. Thor's kind of cute, but I'd rather not have him on there. I mean, because on this, you have Giant Man, Captain America, Thor, Wasp, and Iron Man. It's like you couldn't put all 5 of these characters on the T-shirt. You just have 3. You know, you don't even have Thor. You don't even have Iron. Like, it didn't make sense. So I still like the shirt. I still bought it because it was better than the other one, but I still bought the other one. And the other one kind of pissed me off a little bit, but obviously I still buy it. I bought it, so I liked it enough to buy it. And that's this one. So you have all 5 characters: Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Captain Marvel. But see, if you see right here, it doesn't make any sense because you got Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Panther, I believe. Yes, Black Panther, Spider-Woman, and if you know who that is Namor. He is the Marvel version of Aquaman. But when you look on this side, the shirt is basically black, and you only have, the 5 characters on the front, which makes sense. Like this T-shirt actually makes sense. I would have liked that the 80 was on the back and there was like a little 80 on the front, but that's just me. But it's like, why put these characters here if they're not going to be in it? That's just my thing. So it is basic. I didn't read the top. It says Target limited edition, the official Marvel news magazine, Marvel 80 years. So I got a 2XL because I'm a tall guy, and this one obviously says the same thing. So I haven't taken them out yet. I probably will in the next few days, but we'll get to that later. So that first comic was Marvel Comics 1000. So since we started with that, let's start with all Marvel. All right, so we got Thanos. All right, so there we go. Start with that. So I already have this, but I got it anyways. This is Thanos issue 4, Thanos Carnage Zide. I can't even pronounce the name because I've said it so much about other things. So I have issue 4, but this is issue 4 variant edition. Now I only have 6 subscriptions. 2 of them are Marvel, 2 are DC, one's Aftershock, and one is KES. So, which KES stands for Kevin Eastman Studios. And I looked to make sure I already had this, and I do. This one costs $2 more, but I was just like, I gotta have something that's carnaged. And I was actually able to find it, so I just went ahead and got it. And with that said, real quick, I got Black Cat issue 2. Same thing. I actually didn't think I could find this, and I did. I was able to find this, so I just went ahead and got issue 2 variant edition. Originally $4, but because it's in a comic book store, it's gonna be $2 more. And I don't know what, it's just that's bizarre that this character that's basically known as a insane psychopath is basically on books like this. He has his own series. I got this little bookmark called Absolute Carnage, and I actually have the book, but apparently it's a different book because mine that I have is $8, but it's not. It's got different stories. So I think I got the wrong book, but it does say Absolute Carnage on it. So I gotta double check with the comic book store to see if is it just previews of old Carnage, new Carnage, mid Carnage, whatever. So I don't know. So I got these 2. I needed issue 2 anyways. I didn't need another issue 4, but look at that issue. How could you pass that up? You know, it's Thanos and Carnage in one. How do you pass that up? This is Black Cat, or the Cat, and Carnage. You know, you might as well just call this Miss Black Carnage. You know, or yeah, Miss Black Carnage or Carnage. I got it. Carnage Cat. The Carnage Cat. Just call it that. Boom. You know. if you think that's stupid, the name Gwenpool or Gwenpool is fucking stupid. I think that's stupid. I think it's cute, but I think it's a stupid name. That's just me. Now this next one is issue 5 variant edition. The comic book company or comic book store that had this had a different issue 5. I didn't like it, and I went to see if they had other copies, other variants, and I was like, this one looked better. And I was like, I'm taking this one. And they're like, cool. And they put it back on the other one back on the shelf. But this one, obviously, I knew it's $2 more because it says $6. So I went ahead and got that. This is a variant edition, issue 1 of Lethal Protectors, and obviously it says Absolute Carnage. So there's probably a tie-in on that. You got Iron Fist, looks like Misty Knight. You got Morpheus, and I think you got somebody else because they're right there in the corner, right there with their elbow. Then I got issue 2 of Fearless, which is the variant cover. You got Captain Marvel's arm right there. You got Wasp. You got Storm, Elektra, and Spider-Gwen on top. Then you got issue 1 right here of She-Hulk Acts of Evil, issue 1 annual. I was trying to find the regular issue, but I could not find it. All I found was annual, but I went ahead and got this. And because of Hulk and the Agents of Smash, I've been digging She-Hulk's character a lot more. Alright, so now we'll get into DC. Alright, so I got Young Justice issue 2 variant cover. I like it so far. I hope you've read it too. The only character that I don't like is Teen Lantern, but it's a coexisting idea / original idea, so it's not that bad. But you know, I think when I first saw it, I thought it was stupid, and I enjoy Green Lantern, but I'll see if I like it or tolerate it, I guess. Next up is a variant cover of issue 4, Batman and the Outsiders. Front cover has Batman, Black Lightning, and Katana on the front. Pretty sweet cover. Most of the time, if I don't like the regular cover, I go for the variant cover, but sometimes if I don't like the variant cover, I go for the regular cover. And the reason for that is I like this book, this cover. Justice League Odyssey issue 12. It has Darkseid in the front, and look at that, all his lasers just everywhere. The variant cover that I saw, or actually didn't see, I went ahead and got it because I couldn't leave without buying Justice League Odyssey because it's one of my favorite books. I pretty much have 1 through now 12, and majority of them are variant covers because they actually look a lot better to me. But also because whenever I go to a comic book store and I see an issue, like this is the first one I see on the front. Typically I'll buy this one first, but if I see like another one behind it that looks better, I'll end up getting the one that I think looks better. But I saw this one is the only one I saw, and I went ahead and got it. That's issue 12. Alright, this last book of DC is part of the Year of the Villain. It's an issue 1, full steep because it's $5, but it's the evolution of evil. This is Black Mask. Alright, Black Mask. Now, I like Black Mask's character. I don't know that much about him, but after reading up on the Purple Man, Negative Man, Mr. Negative, and then Black Mask, I've started to like all 3, even though the others are, let's see, Mr. Negative and Purple Man are Marvel, and this guy's obviously DC. They're bad guys, you know? Alright, this one is in issue 2. I think this is a variant cover, or just cover A or cover B. This is a combination of Dark Horse Comics and DC Comics. This is the Black Hammer and Justice League crossover, which I'm digging this poster or this cover, mostly because it doesn't have Superman, even though I think this is his cape right here. So you got John Stewart, Green Lantern, you got Aquaman, Arthur Curry, and you got Bruce Wayne, Batman. You know, I think this should be a poster. this is legitimately, to me, an awesome looking cover and should be a poster. All right, so next we'll get into, or I'll get into, I have about 3 Aftershocks, 1 KES, 1 Volant, and 1 Image. Let's talk about the Image. This one is issue 1. It is called Pretty Violent, and underneath it says with lots of swears. It's an issue 1. I almost got the other cover, but the other cover was a little bit too bloody. Even though this one's a little bloody, but it's cartoon bloody, so it's kind of fine. So I just went ahead and got this. I haven't read it yet. A lot of the books that I just showed you, I have not read yet because I have a test studying for. But now I don't know if I'll be able to do it because we have a hurricane coming, and apparently it's level 5, which kind of sucks. After organizing all my books and my subscription list that I have, that I'll show you in just a minute here when I'm done, it has pretty much all the books that the 6 books that I'm currently reading, plus some that I just kind of grabbed to grab. Alright, this one I saw because I just enjoyed how it looked. At first I didn't know what I was looking at, and then I saw another figure, which is obviously another figure in the picture, but I just didn't notice it right away. But I enjoyed this art. So this is Dr. Mirage, I believe. This is issue 1 by Volant Comics, if I pronounced that right, and this is cover A. I think it's a good looking cover. Alright, so now we'll get into the Aftershock books. Alright, so I have 2 brand new ones that are issue 1, and I have another one, but it's an issue 2. I still need to read issue 1. This is issue 2 is Knights of Tempora. I think that's a great looking cover. Aftershock is a newer company, and I think they're doing very well. I actually recently made a hashtag called This Is Comic Books because I was reading a lot of comic books by Aftershock, and I was really digging their work. Alright, this is issue 1. I got it for $4 with the bag and board, which is freaking awesome. I got it for $4. This is issue 1, Dead King by Aftershock Comics. I think I'm gonna like this one because I liked their other one. Now I can't think of it. I think it was Cold War. Only because I don't know why. When I first saw it, it was probably the first Aftershock book that I saw, other than Alters. And when I saw it, it reminded me of Superman. Just like the front cover reminded me of Superman being cloned. And I was like, I wonder what this is. And I read it and I really enjoyed it. Alright, last one is called Bad Reception, issue 1 by Aftershock. It's basically a wedding cake being split in half, I think. Well, yes, but it's... I can't tell if that's somebody's arm or champagne, a glass. I really don't know, but that's not money, that's phones, which is kind of cute. This would, I think, would be a great poster too. So that's by Aftershock. This last one is issue 4 by KES, which stands for Kevin Eastman Studios. It's called Drawing Blood. It is the story behind the stories, and I'm really digging it personally because this other book that I got, this book, this is the book that explains this book basically before Ninja Turtles, and I think both of these books are a must-read, and even the early editions of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, if you can find like the first Ninja Turtles, because the first Ninja Turtles, they all had red bandanas like Raphael does, and I think people would really enjoy that. But obviously they've turned in more to just for kids, and that's okay. But I think people should know that that it was a lot darker, I guess, in a way. So I wanted to show you real quick what I have in another box. If you all are still there, I wanted to show this one, which I'm starting to like their comics a little bit, and this one is called Humanoids, and I'm digging their stuff, similar to how I was digging Aftershock. This is an issue 1, $4. I think the style of the cover and the artwork on the inside is really, really good. And I definitely think Humanoids and Aftershock is definitely worth the read, because just in general, it is different. It's not. I mean, yeah, there are superhero books out there, but after a while, you just kind of have to take a step back from reading superhero books. The bad guy loses, good guys win. Eventually, you have to read. I think you have to read books about, DC's Rorschach from Watchmen. You gotta read something like that. You gotta read what would Batman be like if, he didn't grow up in this era. He grew up in the era of the Wild West. You got a Hellboy. He's a good guy right now, but how he came to be, and just in general, that's interesting. Then you got books like this, which is basically a spoof, in a way, of Star Trek. This is called The Orville. I enjoy the show. I think it's funny. I haven't watched it in the last few months, but I honestly think it's actually funny. This one's by Dark Horse, and it's issue 1, The Orville, The New Beginnings, part 1 of 2. I haven't found part 2, so I haven't gotten there yet. Here's issue 1 of Marvel's Fearless. Haven't had time to read it yet because I'm studying for a test, but I think the books are getting better. This one I still need to read too. This one came bagged and board. This one I got for $4. This is by Volt Comics. Apparently they're celebrating for 3 years right there, which is really cool. So I got this one. It's chapter 1, and it's called She Said Destroy. So I guess that's the name. And it says honoring Fiona Staples, which is really cool. This one is probably one of my favorites. This one's called Captain Canuck by Chapter House Comics. It's signed, which is really cool that it's signed. The guy's name is actually Crime Stopper, which is hilarious. But if you notice that Captain Canuck, this guy right here, he is similar to the 2 or 3 characters of Marvel. 2 of them are both of Canadian heritage. I believe it's West Coast Avengers. I'd have to find out. And you got this guy from IDW. I think it's pretty good. I enjoy the artwork. I happened to see issue 1 and 2, so I went ahead and got both. This was a couple months ago though, so I'll show you all these right here. This is a one-shot by IDW, and it's basically just gears. It's popped gears. Now I have this app called CLZ Comics, and I think it's a must-have for anybody who has a comic book collection. It does take a lot of time to do, but I think it's definitely worth it. So let me just show you. Oops. So this is what it looks like. If it can focus. So I have a lot of books right now, and I like to keep them in order. Like from the beginning, it says 9th Sin Books, and on the bottom it says Zenscope Entertainment. Just as random, I have Dreamwave Productions, Dynamite Entertainment, Clips Comics. I like that I can keep it all organized. Then there's DC Comics, DC Comics IDW, DC Comics Marvel Comics, DC Comics and Marvel Comics. So there's things like that. I like that I could put that in there. Next up we got Star Bastard by Scout Comics. This is a funny read. I definitely think that people should try it. I kind of wish there wasn't a dude on the front, because I think it would be funnier if that was a chick, and that was a dude, and that was a chick, and that was a dude. Or sorry, that was a chick, that was a dude. I think it would just be funny. But I mean, it's still a good thing. This one I wasn't really sure about getting, but I'm starting to like the whole Rick and Morty. And this is Jerry by ONI Press, Onion Press. I always pronounce it wrong. This was for $5. It was definitely steep, but I like it. I thought it was funny. Obviously, as I was reading it, I got the voice actor's voice in my head. This one I got from Soundwave Comics. This is Batman: The Curse of the White Knight, Azrael, Book 1. And look at that. Look at that, man. It's part of the DC Black Label, and I'm digging it. I'm digging this, the way the art looks. Then we got Angel by Boom Studio, issue 1. Haven't read Angel in a long time. Just haven't. Let's see. I got a variant Marvel Comics issue 1 of Invisible Woman. I was definitely iffy on getting it, but I went ahead and got it. These are older books. Got Green Lantern, Star Sapphire, which is a great looking poster. Green Lantern, Blue Lantern, and Star Sapphire looks like versus the Manhunters or something, but this is the Star Trek one. This one I wasn't very sure of, but I got it anyways. Jimmy Olsen, Superman's Pal, issue 1. DC Comics Young Animal Press, issue 1 of The Collapser. I do have issue 1 of this, but this is The Queen of Bad Dreams. I'm digging it. It's by Vault Comics. I think people should definitely check it out. Let's see what else I got. I got Iceman, Heroes in Crisis. Oh, this one I need to catch up on. This one I definitely need to catch up on. Oh, here's issue 1. Here's issue 1. This one I definitely need to catch up back on, and it's The Black Order by Marvel Comics. Issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3. I don't like the Black Order issue 3 cover, mostly because it has Nova on the front, but it's still a pretty good cover. And I think I need to double check that I downloaded that onto my phone. So then I got Invisible Woman Variant Edition issue 2, Honor and Curse by Mad Cave Comics. This is in issue 1. Here is my issue 2 of Black Hammer Justice League. One Shot Ghost Rider, or Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters Funko Universe, one shot. Shattered Star by Marvel. Wonder Woman Come Back to Me, issue 1. Definitely steep for basically $5. I got a lot of Trinity of Sin, Pandora, Batwing. I'm digging the books like this. These kind of things. Not because of the window, but just in general, it's kind of cool. Again, all these stupid ads. There's always so much ads in here. Don't do this, just stupid things like that. But, oh, this is a new one. Event Leviathan issue 1. Had no idea what it was. I still kind of don't, but I just like the picture so much that I just went ahead and bought it. I believe I got this one from Green Dragon. Can't remember. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Got this for $1. It's issue 1. John Wick issue 2 by Dynamite. I have issue 1. It's actually hanging up on my wall because I just like looking at it and I enjoy the artwork. I got Iceman issue 1 and 2. Goddess Mode, which I only have issue 1 and 2, and I think people should read these because they're really good. But you might want to take like an aspirin or something when you read it, because it probably will give you a headache on sipping around so much. Let me show you something else, which is a definitely recommend reading. Here we go. There we go. So I got. There we go. There it is. I have these. This is Avengers Infinity War Prologue. This is a issue 1 of 2. Definitely highly recommend reading it. Very, very good book. I need issue 2. This is Ant-Man and the Wasp Prologue. I can't even say it because I can barely talk anymore. But that one's issue 2. This one's issue 1. Then we got Love and Romance, which is actually pretty hilarious. Sleepwalker issue 1. I got this for $1, which was surprisingly because it was only like a month old. DC Comics Year 1 of the man that I can barely pronounce. I just call him Element Man because it's basically what he is. Marvel Rising. I've heard good things about that. That was free. Dark Reign Cabal, definitely a must read. That is a good cover right there. You got, if you don't know, Doctor Doom, Namor, Norman Osborn, Emma Frost, Loki, and the Hood. And I hope that the Hood makes his debut in the movies. Not so much the show, unless they really do it right. Then you got Hulk. Boom! Look at that, Red Hulk. I got Damage. I got Ant-Man, Astonishing Ant-Man, Sinestro. Basically, I got a whole lot more that might take up way too much time. Let's see if I can find one right now. Here it is. Here it is. So, like I said at the very beginning, True Believers issue 1. This is Marvel's Greatest Creators issue 1, and it's basically the same thing. This is a What If starring Spider-Girl, and I know it said it on here, but now it's either on this one or a different one. But it's basically the same thing. The True Believers I think was better, but not my company. So this has basically got Spider-Girl on the front. I would like to see a crossover of Spider-Girl and Supergirl. Just me. If I can find this other one, here it is. Painkiller. Highly recommend it. This is by Image Comics. Definitely recommend people reading this. I think it's honestly good. $6, definitely steep, but the guy gave it to me for $5, so it wasn't too bad. This one I definitely highly recommend people read right away. The Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. Definitely recommend it. I have issue 1 first printing, and I have issue 1 second printing. So I think that's really cool. And actually I can show you that. I think I might have it elsewhere. But I have issue 2, issue 3, issue 4, and I got this guy. Now I got them because they were so odd, but they're all by Eclipse Comics, but I got them just because they're just so bizarre. The names are, which I can show you right now. It's like Clint. Oh wait, here it is. See, I forgot I put them both in there. So I'll show you this one, which is a kind of like the red shirt I'm wearing right now. The names of all 4 characters are Clint, Chuck, Jackie, and Bruce. So this one that I have right here is a first printing, book 1 from 1986. And then this one, which is kind of like maroon, is book 1 second printing of 1986 as well. So it's definitely different by just a little. Just the layout of the front. I don't know why I show it like that. But I was lucky to find both, so that's really cool. So thanks guys. I would keep going, but it's going to take even longer. We're almost at 40 minutes, so I'd rather just end it right here. So Thanks guys for watching. Have a good day.